ਵਾਇਸ ਆਫ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਸਭ ਦਾ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਹੈ ਜੀ। ਮੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਮੈਨੀਟੋਬਾ ਦੇ ਇਮੀਗ੍ਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਮਿਸਟਰ ਜੌਨ ਰੇ ਹਾਜ਼ਰ ਨੇ। ਵੈਲਕਮ ਜੌਨ ਰੇ।
Thank you, MP, and it's great to be here today in my constituency of Waverley. We're here at the opening of South Park Clinic Pharmacy. Our good friend Amberjeet is just opening on Canada Day.
Yeah.
But I'm very happy to see you as well.
This is very important day
Yes,
today.
absolutely.
Yeah. I want to know something. If there is a new policy on immigration, which will be helpful for the Manitobaans.
Okay, well, you know what? Specifically, we're talking about the Manitoba Provincial Nominee Program because that is a program that the government of Manitoba, that's our immigration stream here in Manitoba. What I can tell you is that as the Minister for Immigration, we have made a lot of adjustments to ensure that we can streamline the program. Because what I've heard from people in the community and the Punjabi community is that, you know, we want to try to streamline the process, you know, so that we can have more people come here. So what we've done as a government, part of the recommendations in our Immigration Advisory Council report was not only do we do a normal draw, but we do sector-specific draws. So we've talking to employers, like people that actually employ these people. And we have a lot of postgraduate students that are coming from other provinces who want to make Manitoba their home. One of the reasons why, MP, is the average house price in Toronto or Vancouver is $1.2 million, where in Winnipeg, Manitoba is $400,000 or less. So one thing that we are doing to help with the labor shortage is that if there is a certain sector, so let's just say if there's accountants or if there's truckers or the food service industry that needs that type of labor to ensure that they are operational, we've been purposely doing these sector-specific draws, and it's based on the data that we receive from the federal and provincial data in terms of labor statistics. So we've been listening. There's been positive results. Obviously, we always want to try to improve and enhance immigration. One thing that I can also tell you is what's very important in the cultural communities as well. When we talk about skilled workers overseas, we talk about how we get them here, but we want them to stay here. So we want to ensure that there's a family connection to those people that are coming here, because family is very important. When you have skilled workers come here, you want them to be comfortable and you want them to stay in Manitoba.
I really appreciate you put a special efforts to get a extension of work permit for the students.
Absolutely.
A lot of students were so worried about that.
Again, that's something that I heard when I would do my consultations. I would have meetings, and one thing that I did learn is that the work permits were extending for these postgraduate work students. So what I did was I wrote a letter to the federal minister, the Honourable Sean Fraser, and I got support from the former Minister of Immigration from Alberta saying he supported what I was doing. And you know, a week later, the federal minister extended the work permits up to 18 months for those people. So it creates less anxiety, less stress for those individuals. And one day, hopefully, that they can be drawn into our provincial nominee program if they're here in Manitoba. And a lot of them, what I've been hearing, some people leave the province, but they actually come back because they find out how much a mortgage is, cost of living in Toronto or in Vancouver. So they come back to Manitoba.
And these days, the federal government announced that if you are a work permit, you can continue your study for more than 6 months. What it is?
Yeah, well, you know what the thing is, me and the federal minister are always working together to ensure that we can have a seamless pathway for these individuals, whether they're students or people coming from overseas, because you know what, we are a welcoming country, we're a welcoming province. You have to remember the Manitoba Provincial Nominee Program was created by a PC government back in 1998. As the minister in charge, the Provincial Nominee Program is now almost 25 years old. So we want to try to improve and enhance it. And the way we're going to do that is we talk to people that have actually used the program. So they say, Minister, this is what we can do. They have ideas. Even though we have 70 recommendations in the Immigration Advisory Council report, my door is always open for more recommendations.
I know.
That's why I do interviews like this, and I appreciate you interviewing me, MP.
Yeah, the viewers of Voice of India want to know how much the backlog for PNP.
Yeah. So what I can tell you is there is around over 20,000 expressions of interest, and we used to only have 6,300 allocations from the federal government. So another victory for Manitoba is I was able to advocate to get 9,500 allocations, so 50% more. So if Canada is going to have 500,000 newcomers by 2025, Manitoba has to play its part. The provincial nominee program is 65% of our immigration stream, so we have to have more allocations. So in terms of the streamlining process, it has been 6 months or less, sometimes even less than that. But we are always trying to improve and enhance the program which we created back in 1998.
Yes. Are you hiring new employees to complete the backlog?
Well, I'm not in charge of the hiring, and there is no backlog. I just want to be clear. There is no backlog.
If someone applied for PNP, it will take too long time.
Well, the process is actually a normal process. It actually is 6 months or less. So we've been maintaining our standard rate. The previous government, it took 2 to 3 years for sometimes to process. So under our government, since we took over in 2016, the process actually has improved. So, but if you are correct, if we're going to have more people come here, we're obviously going to need more people to help process those applications.
People are appreciating what step you have
Yes,
taken for
provincial.
For their draw.
Yes.
It's on weekly basis now.
Yeah.
And they are also expecting
Bi-weekly,
the
yes.
PNP should expedite.
Yeah. Well, you know what? It's we are trying our best, but what I can tell you is it is streamlining pretty good. But we can, like I said, we can always improve and enhance the program. And if we're going to expect more people, if Canada's going to expect to have more people to come to the country, to come to our province, then we'll need more people to process those applications. But that's in the works because again, like I said, we're always trying to improve and enhance government programs, and I'm very happy to get the feedback from the people in the community.
Yeah, people are also appreciating that you personally went to Philippines and hired some nurses.
Yep.
Couple months before.
Yes.
You have any program, special program for Punjabi community too?
So you know what I can tell people in the Punjabi community and for all the communities that the reason why I went to the Philippines because we have a memorandum of understanding with the government of the Philippines, the government of Manitoba. It's been there since 2008. But I know that our premier has said that we are open to going to other jurisdictions, whether it's India, Nigeria, or all these other countries, because we know there's a lot of talent, there's a lot of internationally educated professionals in those areas. And you know what, we do have a need in a lot of sectors. And we want to welcome people here in Manitoba.
Yeah, hopefully you are doing best as before, and will be helpful in future too.
Yeah.
So people really appreciating your efforts, and they are expecting more immigrants in Manitoba.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much for your effort and expressing your views on Voice of India.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.